Mallorca is known as a cycling mecca, and every October it hosts the challenge of Vuelta a Mallorca para Masters, which is the Tour of Mallorca for Masters. People travel from all over the world to come do a 4-day stage race on completely closed roads. As you can imagine, it attracts some very good cyclists. Some of us are just here to see what it's all about. Each stage is hosted on a different part of the island. The first 2 days are going to be hosted on the west coast over towards Palma. Then we move over to the east in Puerto Palenza, where we get the Thursday and the Friday race. Now, I might not be much of a threat when it comes to competition for things like this, but I wanted to see what it was all about. Not only did I want to see how hard the cycling was, but also how difficult is it to get to each event on each day, where can I stay, how do I pull this whole trip together. Each stage is anything from 70 to 110k, the first 2 days being pretty flat, then we have the Queen stage up Sabatala, finishing it off with a slightly shorter 4th day for a flat, fast stage. My goal is to see just how tough the Masters racing out here really is. And if I can hold a group for an entire race, then I'll be more than happy. Please don't expect too much, but I'm going to give it my all and I'm going to share everything with you. Guys, welcome to the Mallorca Masters. Let's go race some bikes.
Welcome back to Mallorca. We are here at the Mallorca Masters, which is a 4-day stage race which takes place all over the island. Guys, welcome back to the Spotlight. Let's roll. Okay, so what is the Mallorca Masters? And I need to get this in before that storm rolls in. Quite simply, it's a 4-day stage race. It happens Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It is for Masters riders, so 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus. It's broken into 2 parts. So you get the 30s and the 40s ride together, the 50s and the 60s ride together. Long story short, we have 4 days of racing, 2 of which are happening this side of the island, which is on the Palma side, 2 of which happening on the other side of the island, which is over towards Alcudia, Puerto de Palenza, and that is where we have the mountain stage where we go up Sabatala. What does a typical day of racing look like? So ordinarily what happens is that the 50s and the 60s will start earlier in the morning. They get their race done, and their race is typically 20 to 30k shorter than the 30s and 40s. Obviously, I'm in the 30-40 category. So most days for me, the racing will be 90 to 100k of riding. The first day, we are over on the Palma side, just south of Palma. We have a 92k race, pretty flat, couple of forced flats, if you will, so it is going to be a quick one. Day 2, we head up to the north of Palma, a little bit longer. I think we hit 100k, same again, reasonably flat, a couple of kickers. Third day is when things get interesting, because that is when we get the hilly stage. Now, what is happening is we're going to roll around, and then we're going to do towards the latter stage of the race, we're going to go up a climb called Sabatala, get to the top, race back down, and the finish is coming into Puerto Palenza along this long straight road. That should be an awesome day of bike racing. Day 4 is just south of there, out of Alcudia, and I think it's 70 odd k of reasonably flat rolling terrain racing. I cannot wait for this. Think fully closed road, think full motor brocades, think everything that you could want as an amateur cyclist, where you get all the trimmings of racing what I would probably say is kind of professionally. Closed roads, police escorts, good groups, fast riders. I cannot wait for this.
The only problem is that the weather has not really been playing ball. I gotta go! It's race day, and boy, do I have some things to tell you. So we're heading over to the start line, just before 9 o'clock. 11 o'clock last night, we got an email. It's a very simple email, innocuous, half Spanish, half English, obviously. All it said was, By the way, we are making massive changes to today's race. Day one of the race, because of the storms. So what does that mean? What did they say? They said storms are coming in this afternoon. So we are going to combine the 50-60 with the 40-50 races. So it's 2 races in one. We're also shortening it. So it was going to be 92K. We are down to 52K. Everyone doing the same race, same event, same rollout. 10:45 start instead of 12:30 for us. Ooh, changes things. So we are now doing a bigger smash ride, 50K, 30 miles. It's a crit, it's an hour and a bit of smash with everyone together. It's gonna be fun. Registration starts at 9:30. I'm 3 miles away from the start line. Okay. I'm probably more nervous about it now that it's being made into one race, because it means more riders. Those 50-60 boys, I think they have, in general, a slightly bigger field. So we've now got twice the size of the field doing half the course. So the pace is going to be maybe a touch higher, you'd think. But look, so I am staying in Palma. For me to get to the start line, and I'll explain all this at another time. First 2 days are on the west coast, so I've stayed in Palma. I'm only doing 3 days, so get the first 2 days done. I can ride to the start line, and then once I grab my 50 euros on the way, if I see a cash point, and then yeah, I get my starting chip, be there for 9:30, race at 10:45, 50K smash. I've spoken to a few people about the finish for this race. Comes downhill into a roundabout and then a 300-meter sprint. And with a slightly larger field, like double the size field, I think it really does change what you, I mean, I got to make it first, I got to survive to the finish, but yeah, it might change what you are willing to do. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to it. And as usual, we've got no idea what we're doing. But look at this. See a cash machine, let me know, yeah. Okay, so in my pack, I have some spare clothes for after the race. I have my BC cycling license to show to sign on. I also have a letter printed out by British Cycling, not printed, sorry, it's on my phone, from British Cycling saying I'm allowed to cycle some, I don't know, apparently you have to email British Cycling and tell them you're cycling abroad. They give you a, yeah, this guy can cycle abroad. Don't ask me, it's like getting permission from your mum. And other than that, you know, some spare tubes and all that stuff, but obviously I'm gonna race without anything but take some mechanical stuff just in case I need it on the start line or before. Other than that, racing in a skin suit, no thermal, because it's actually quite warm. It's just Mallorca is having quite a lot of storms at the moment. So if you were an early morning person out here, this is Playa de Palma, like a bit of a party bit. You can have some lovely sea swims. It's like 9 o'clock, no one's around. Let's go bike racing in Mallorca. That's cool. It is something I have always wanted to do. Come and do a proper race out here. So we made it to sign on. I think this is sign on. There are like 30 police escort bikes here. This is what I wanted to do. This is why I wanted to become part of it, because I think it's like an experience that you don't get in the UK. Full closed roads, full police escort, car escort. yeah, I just think it's sick. I think it's really cool. This is what I wanted to experience. I just hope I can hold the group and have a good time doing it. Now that we've combined the races, I think it means that if they're splits, you know, you might get the fast old boys riding with the slow young boys and the fast young boys riding with the, well, you know what I mean. I think because it's a massive group, more chances of me finding pockets and groups to ride in or holding on, hopefully. Sign on, 10 minutes. So my friend that I just bumped into has just found out that the race has been shortened and that we're combining the two races. So basically, if he didn't turn up earlier to register, he would have turned up after the race had started. Thanks, man. There was an email at 11 o'clock last night that went out, and if you miss it, you miss it. Which I think he missed. We need to sign on, get chips, bibs for the next 4 days, and then we need to register and then sign on for today. Gonna look and see what other people are doing and how this all works. There is a lot of very serious riders here. So to be clear, in the Mallorca Masters you have the men's 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus and 60 plus, and we are all riding together today. He did seem surprised that I didn't have a team. Not surprised because he looked at me and thought I was like, oh, you should be on a team. I think he was just surprised that people do this when they're not on a team. Just politely asking some of the Spanish boys if I can borrow a pump. A lot of really nice bikes, a lot of really good riders. These guys have come over from mainland Spain to come do this. Are you 30 or 40?
No,
30.
I'm 40.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I feel good. I feel good as in like, I'm happy to be here. I feel like I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. But it's gonna be fun. So yeah, there's 4 age groups all racing at the same time today, which should be like close to 300 riders. And I don't think you get that experience. I've come for the experience. Well, I mean, I've come to race a bike, but the experience is something that I don't know. Like, I don't think you can get this in the UK. I'm pumped for it. I'm so pumped for it. It's amazing how excited I get about getting shelled in races. I encourage everyone to have the same optimism about turning up to races. Time to go to war. I'm so nervous now. So they're separating the two groups, the 30-40s and the 50-60s, by like a minute off the start line. So we should have a minute, and then the guys behind will start.
We are here for the racing after all. My guy just crossing himself up on the start line there. Pretty indicative, I think, of what's going to come for the next 4 days. Guys, if you made it this far, please do like, subscribe to the channel. Also, the Strava file for this race is down below. Quick reminder of the elevation. That elevation chart might look like there is some elevation, but that's from 0 to 120 meters. So it's all, should we say, gently leading inclines and declines. That's what today was going to be all about. We start off with a nice easy rollout, so neutralized, and it was neutralized for maybe 4 or 5k, and then the race went really hard, but we will get into that. So as I have mentioned, guys, I am not a front of the pack megawatts type of rider, but this race was dictated by front of the pack megawatts riders. I'm here to try and see what this racing is all about. The only reason I've kept a load of this racing in, and most of this is from the first 10 minutes. You're going to see a lot of the first 10 minutes of the race, so you can get an idea of how this plays out. And that's now. So we are now outside the neutral. Car is shot off, no longer neutralized. As soon as it's not neutralized, the race goes nuclear. So I'm going to roll a few slightly longer clips, and you can just keep an eye on the watts at the bottom of the screen. Okay, my FTP. Look, on a good day, I'm hitting 305. On a good day. So the fact that I'm having to do average 4 minutes at 400 plus watts was really hard for me. So what happened was that there are 3 really strong riders who decided, because the course had been changed, that they were going to try and take it off the front. But they took it off the front from the very beginning of the race, using a little bit of that initial incline. The problem was that obviously the pack is not just going to let that go. So after 5k, 3 riders shoot off the front, and obviously I don't see this, I'm just kind of hearsay, it works its way back through the group. 3 riders are trying to make their way off the front, pushing megawatts. The rest of the group is then gets really strung out trying to hold onto these wheels. So what is happening now is we have 70, I think we have like 85 riders, in the 30-40s, who are all trying to chase and not let the front 3 riders disappear. But lo and behold, and look at the watts, like they're sustained quite high watts, and this is the point where it got really hard. And not only am I putting down watts, but I'm putting down watts and going backwards. So this is the bit where I was like, oh my god, is this what Masters racing in Mallorca is all about? Is it going to be like this for another hour and a bit? Because there was no way I was going to be able to do this. Because if we'd kept this up, I'd be well over my 305, 310 on a good day FTP. I was going to be toast. But luckily it does calm down. So basically, long story short, is the first 5 minutes of this race, because it was shortened to 52k rather than the original 92, was really hard. And there was maybe between 5 and 12 minutes where we were just absolutely cooking. My heart rate 168. When I hit 170, which I think I do in a second, or I have just done, that's me like really in that like burner threshold. I can't hold that too long. So this is really strung out. This is now 80 plus riders, and you can see it just keeps kicking and kicking. I'm going backwards here, and I'm like, whoa, I am in trouble if this is what this whole day is about. Luckily, I say luckily, what ends up happening is our 3 riders manage to get off the front. The group itself has to let them go, thank God, and then it calms down. So I don't, and obviously this is my first day of stage 1, so I'm not the kind of guy, first season of racing, who will just kind of get to the front of the pack and just try and let themselves fall backwards. I don't have that much leeway with how much further I can fall through the pack, and that's on me, that's my positioning. But this is now 80 odd riders strung out in one or 2 abreast at the most, trying to hold it. Luckily after that it does calm down. 15-20 minutes of just mayhem, absolute mayhem. You can see everyone kind of fighting to hold wheels at this stage still, and you can kind of see on the map on the top right that the race started in the kind of top left hand corner, if you will, on that little map. We've got to make a full circle and make our way all the way back to the top left again. So you can kind of see that this is very early on in the race, and we're going to skip through a huge part of the race, because as soon as this was done, as soon as we got this 15-20 minutes out of the way of just like mayhem, people trying to hold wheels, trying to figure it out, as soon as that group got away, it calmed down, and it was bowl about. And this was the cool thing. Obviously a completely closed road race, so you could ride, we're over in Spain, so you ride on the right hand side, you can ride wherever you want. So the front of the race is diving right, left. We are going the wrong way round a roundabout, joining up with the other side. This is first time I've done any of this, where you can just choose which side of the roundabout you go round. And it was a lot of fun. I absolutely loved this, and this was a great day for me, because once we'd got through that initial bit, the riding felt fine. So this race, I think it ends up being about an hour and 6, hour and 8 minutes. Smashed 3 gels in that time. I had carb mix in 2 bottles. I drank pretty much most of it. I was just trying to stay as hydrated and carbed up as possible. But once we made that first 20 minutes, the next 45 minutes were fine. The kicks were smaller. They didn't last as long. There were people trying to go off the front, and every now and again you get a group of 4 or 5 that would go off the front. They'd always get brought back. Now here we go. This is where it gets really interesting, because we are, as you can see, top right mini-map. We are about to come into the finish. The problem is that there's loads of roadworks. Normally this is like a 3 or a 4 lane dual carriageway kind of thing, so you could be anywhere you want. But they've got loads of roadworks. Not only that, but if you look to the very left on one of the lanes, there's an 8-inch step up where they haven't finished doing the concrete. So if you kind of cross your wheel up on that step up, you're going to take a dive. And this was a bit of a problem because the front of the race ended up going one way around the roundabout, the back of the middle of the race go the other way around the roundabout, and you can see the guys on the right being like, oh, kind of like, what's going on here? Like, that's me catching basically the leaders of the race as we come into this final roundabout. I'd kind of abdicated from trying to be part of the sprint. I wasn't really my thing. I was super happy to make it round with the group. Very comfortable for the 45 minutes. First 20 minutes, super hard, but a lot of fun, and well, it was a really cool introduction to day one because it wasn't completely crazy.
Oh my god. That was cool. I'm so happy I survived the first 20 minutes. So don't make it through.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes!
How was it?
Bit mental, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which way round did you go that last roundabout?
Well, Abdi was like bunny hopping onto the curb and
Yeah. You went the normal way round.
Did you go?
Well, no, because you guys went all the way that way, and then I saw everyone bunny hopping the thing, and I was like, well, this is the. And then I kind of bowed out. But
I was in the sprint and anyway, kind of.
Were you up front quite a lot, or?
Tried and moved. We had about 25 to go. We had about 5 guys.
Were you in the break, were you?
I was 5.
Yeah.
I couldn't hold the wheels.
Well done, man. Thank you.
But it started.
Yeah. Did every brake got pulled back, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I never seen.
You were up it was quite headwindy, wasn't it, down the coast coming back? Yeah.
As soon as we kind of went into the tail, windy bit in the way back, I kind of went with it.
Yeah. Happy with it?
Aye. What the fuck?
It's boiling now. It's so hot now. I'm so happy I survived that first 20 minutes because the first 20 minutes cooked.
Aye.
And then it calmed down for like
I think
40
that's
minutes.
just because the race short and hopefully it's not as fast as that tomorrow.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes I was like, ooh, this, just do everything I can to hold on. How'd it go? How'd the sprint come?
I'm not into the sprinting thing. I'm more into like dog pursuit or dog breaking.
Did you have fun? Was it fun?
This one was just about surviving the first stage, right?
Yeah.
It's super fast.
It was fast. The first 20 minutes went quite hard, huh? I thought the first 20 were hard. I was happy to, once it calmed down after the first 20, you just kind of survived little kicks, which were fine. But the first 20, I was like, ooh, tomorrow? Gracias. Thank you so much.
It was only 2 guys helping, and it was crazy.
Really?
Yeah. I'm more.
Did you win it? Did you come?
No, I was on the side.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm on the mountain guy, and for me the flat stage is more difficult.
Okay. So how many in the group up front? 3 or 4?
3.
There's 3 of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well done, man.
See you.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. He was in the break. So there were 3 riders that went up front really early doors. I've noticed that there are a lot of English guys here, which is quite cool. There's also teams as well. There are teams, put it that way, so if one rider goes up the road, but it didn't feel like the teams had much play in today's race. The strong riders went up the road and the rest of us stayed in the group. A couple of guys up front trying to make breaks. Everything got brought back. Once we survived, I felt fine, felt good. That was a laugh. I'm happy we got day 1 over. He was in the three man break up front, and then came. There's 3 of you.
Three of us used to start the breakaway on the K number 5.
5K in.
Yeah, 5K in. Yeah, but they put in the neutralize a little bit longer for the like a bad turn. And you there, the German guy start, and I saw. I'm thinking, like, okay, it's a bad, stupid idiot and go now, but probably it's the good one. And I jump, And I don't remember anything anymore.
Oh, really? Just
320 normal, I should for 1 hour 10.
oh, really? And what do you weigh? Like
65.
okay, 320 for, and he weighs about 65 kg. Good job. See you tomorrow. I can't do 320 and I weigh bloody 78. Yeah, I think they would have done about an hour. Obviously, I'll put the stats up on screen for the ride. They would have done like just over an hour and a bit, hour and 5, I think, was what we did. It was a lick. It was a good lick. This bike, straight line stability, so good. We're in that bunch coming down the hill, 80k an hour. It was lovely. So that straight line stability was good. We'll ride back down to Palma to spin the legs. Right, we're going to head back to the hotel, do a little spin out of the legs. That's Mr. Chris McNamara, performance coaching. Instructions, he's told me go for a little 20 minutes, spin the legs out, rest up, have some good food, give your legs a quick rub down. Today was awesome. I think riding closed roads, I wish, this is my first season, but I do kind of wish I was a little bit better and not really, but you know, seeing the guys up front kind of trying to break away from the group, you know, having the confidence to do that, because I always look at it and think, oh, you know, if I try and do that, I'm just going to get brought back. But the thing is, everyone that tried it today was brought back, so why shouldn't I? because I think sometimes I feel like, oh, you're just being an idiot, like people just think you're an idiot. But the truth is everyone's trying it. Well, not everyone, but like in our bunch, after the three had got up the road, people were trying to get away from the group and getting brought back. So there's no harm in trying it unless it completely destroys you. But rolling around in the group after the first 5k, when the guys went off the front, was comfortable, like a fast, comfortable. Good kicks, you know, trying to pull the guys that broke away back, but nothing too aggressive. Then you had the sprint, which, you know, leaves a little bit to be desired. Anyway, tomorrow the normal racing presumes, so we'll have the 50s and 60s will go off before the 30s and the 40s. I didn't realize that there was a 30s category, which makes it a lot harder. I thought it was just 40s, but it turns out the 40s race with the 30s. So it's normal racing is going to resume tomorrow, and it will be 100k with, again, same as today, a couple of rolling terrain as we are rolling around the north of Palma now. We've just spent today doing south of Palma. Thursday we head over to the east coast for the mountain day, Sabatala. Guys, thanks for joining in today. Please do like and subscribe. Next one will be day 2. See you then.